Osonia sasi betano. Onya mi benoti. Ati soyi.
Abafu pim kutuno. Osurunia sasi sorina. Onya mi benoti. Doi. Abafu pim kutuno. Osurunia sasi sorina. Onya mi benoti. Doi. Onya mi benoti. Doi. Onya mi benoti. Doi. Abafu pim kutuno. Osurunia sasi sorina. Onya mi benoti. Soyi.
Abafu pim kutuno. Osonia sasi betano. Onya mi benoti. Soyi. Okronkron yan sanyini. Okronkron dan berima. Say a bejauti. Yama uso. Say a nudia kwa. Yeti. Say bejauti. Yama uso. Yeti nudia kwa.
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
Na pe ma me ma wo achen na me ma wo akwaba baby biara wo biara ya danya me ase ai Easter ode atwa amigidi se uji wanipa eye ya da so eti enkwemu ana eye erade adom arakwa mechia wo baby biara wo biara me ma good morning aha eye GN Radio UK meeting Mama Len said ye winim no ebenada bia ye ba wa kwan so legal hour yani Fortwell Solicitors yeba eba besomo efa ensem biara ekire wo so eba emra ensem mu ade esese wuhu ni esese woye na wode niam agugu akwa mu no ni nyina no ye kire ewo eye adwumadie so enu ntini ene dai so yaba wa akwan so ayeba ba besomo ni aye kan nyina ne se tamu kutu na emom tunsafre wonua fra wadamfo ka kire ne se adwumadie no edru so enu nti ombra na ombra emetie bi nti se wutie ewo radio no so ayema akwaba ede ebadwumadie so saso na ye streaming live for Facebook ye streaming live ewo YouTube enu nti no ba bia wo hwe yen bia so no sabre yema akwaba ede eba adwumadie eso wo baso na wo hwe ya wo like ya na wa share ede ama ofoforo so etimi etie na wa hwe bi na wono so ehu hawa obesi ede na namon esisi eyie na ye di nkomo na akwere nimu no ebrema ye ho kwan ma ye bie eye phone lines na etum ye be hwese next ye betimi ebie phone lines na atumama wa saso na betimi asende eye audio di aba ye bebo ama lawyer etie na ono so eyi wonsem na no ama saso na wo text ye be kenkan edi ama lawyer eyi ano ama ye wo share your platform no so abetimi de wo question atoso eno so lawyer ebe yi ano edi ama as usual ene me ne lawyer Daniel Quell ena ye baba be sumu ewo dwumadie so yen se bre no mema eye lawyer akwaba lawyer ene odi bibi aba betum na eno no on na betimi akirikire mu ede amaye na wamade etue mu nyina wamaye hu se e ka se no fault divorce we nya hu sensem nyina etise eno no mra bia eno so eno aba o se ateki effect o se be take ni nyina no lawyer wa ha wono na eye na dwuma nti obekirikire mu ede amaye hu eno nti no temu kutu mema wo akwa babiem mame enko eye lawyer eso na mema lawyer akwaba na yemfa dwumadie no ehihye so. Good morning lawyer.
Good morning Mama Lane.
Ipacho ho ye pa.
Oh nyame adom me ho ye papa na
Always
won so.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Say last week go ho ko thank akra.
I said ada no uja e honum no sanity. You do me I do you we sanity. Okay lawyer. Ene dey so ya ba aye ba besom ye tiefo ne ya hwefo. ene mame ento ema platform we betimi achia na wachire wachi kran kakra de ama entiefo a na afi yakọ topic ne so straight mpacho a
Yo, me da si bebre mama len say dia wo kan ye no on the 6th of April and aban no introducing new divorce laws. Fa a kwan a nipa ebitimi aye divorce ewo krom ha. Na de bia say dia ye kan ewo efidie so no ye Fortwell Solicitors ye immigration ye sanso aye family law into no as aye ma family way updates no near my immigration updates into no and then no ye family honomone kakra wa wutie for the first time I won't hear and no your family Daniel Koi me work Fortwell Solicitors Fortwell Solicitors you were North London Ben Honzi and now so set Temple Lane train station every Thursday and so yes sound so a free legal surgery Milton Keynes into no more Northampton, Milton Keynes, Luton, Apatemu, Hamupesemu, Bugiano, Ubetimi, Afre, any bookie appointments, more be free consultation, free advice, any demand, Intenya fans and Ababi CKBR and Asana Wabi. That is the good thing about Fortwell Solicitors. Even though Pesobe where London office ground puna free consultation, we don't charge you for your initial consultation, which is a good thing. Last week, MC Mama Leng, time now we giant Hawker Crano Mene, Darling J. Edisca say in Yemebi Amebuboso, just briefly, a year. You be a friend of startup visa and innovator visa. Ye chechemu a new visa schema. Home Office for introduce Emma a month for omopese omobeye business our UK and as a month for omozombe BA in Juma our UK. Ye chechemu the processes once when your business idea no utimi ebe huye ye betimi introduce you ama omobeye endorsements because as you do business plan Emma organization be na omo check say business plan our is it viable, is it scalable, is it innovative? These were the three criteria as an organization a check is a business planner very successful, and we also explained the fact that almost everybody it's me abuomo na omenya endorsements and so far it has been 100% success rate into no for anybody who is thinking or anybody who is considering maybe I will be work. CB will be fear our person oba abrocha. This is one of the ideal routes out with me about UK. Previously, you know, we have done a lot of applications for Ankara agreements, and I say Turkish form of mobile sector businesses that we have. It follows the same pattern, the same processes, even though in this case, on this stage, a new home office for in a way decided say business, you know, a viable, a innovative, and I say scalable. Individual, private, independent organizations in access to business. And once they have done the assessment, you know, and they've given you what we call endorsements, you know, home office for no, so we need any immigration history via and I say adverse history via when to disclose and visa, then 9 out of 10 you should know say a very successful the application. Until a very good process and as a good visa application process, I will believe said a lot of people should take advantage of. They should know how it works. They are all bound so I wait me we boost you for Edia, but wait me no banner with Jure and I will know Edia account who now there. But so it's good. It's exciting visa process. Last week year and as a boy and home and come if it is so it's wow tia went me you know wait me I'll go back to last week program to go and listen more to it. However, no all question been out for some friend after the program, so we are more than happy say yeah be wow on that way front and it's me churching you amount for no who can wait me and fast so take advantage of this new visa process. Now and ne answer you be call and ne yen topic you know so a family law a divorces are supposed to ways I see again based on the new law I take effect on the 6th of April. No, one of the popular and as a common issues are air cost or immigration front and also the fact that home office for any Rwanda assigning refugee deal be so now be seeking asylum you bet me at the wide Rwanda and also the member so briefly in as much as I'm not going into detail. No, the reason why I'm able to say a few occasions were honoma a man for a backroom has say mufi Ghana a ban mufi African countries about one of the first things that they expect and I said they want to do, is to seek asylum. Or if I say Obana Yijano airport and I say Yijano baby I chino say Dover no Faba any any some questions not so I say Enkuya or Sioke basically asylum. We know say Ghanaian asylum seekers ensure that end also, but from time to time, there may be people who would like to take advantage of it. So it's important we explain the process and also for people to understand briefly. One of the things that the Home Office is trying to do, and as they've done, is say almost signing agreements with Rwandan government to the extent say who backroom has a national person who seek asylum they will be able to remove you and take you to Rwanda for you to be processed. That is something that they have talked about. That is something that they've agreed on. At the moment, we are waiting for the details to come out. Ways and means are lawyers are UK so can challenge some of the processes. A process you will understand, and I say you agree with me. Say because oba broche na oba broche na obehwe ni aso na na Rwanda the end day. So there will be a lot of people are ideally, they would like to delay the process or they would like to challenge the process. At the moment, we know say Oba national person will seek asylum. If you can see more for what they are saying is that they will do initial screening in UK. Into some initial screening in UK. They want to find out whether any vulnerabilities, say or mental issues, whether you are a victim of torture, and I say mental issues. These screening processes, over the years, we know Home Office have not been great in doing these screening processes. However, they claim that they are going to do that. In so doing, if Obiba Chrome has said that's also seeking asylum, now we feel the screening process has not been done properly. This we believe will be a cause for us to be able to challenge the process of removing that person from UK to Rwanda. This is one of the things that we are looking at. Another thing we are also looking at is the fact you realize that the asylum seeking is there, and then there are also human rights elements to the claim making. In situations whereby there's a human element and as a human rights element to start claim making, we are seeing how difficult it could be and as how we can challenge any decision if you can see for remove Rwanda for assessment and as for processing. As we speak, we are still waiting for a few details. For instance, we know Rwanda have agreed will provide a free accommodation to individuals that be remove your efi group has saying and we share agreement they are saying and yes you detain you'll be free to go and come in from the accommodation that they provided to you at all times into any detention issue. However, we are yet to understand whether in Crawford remove your if you has said your Rwanda, whether they will get free healthcare, they will get education free, because at this stage we know in a country like Rwanda, they don't provide universal healthcare free at the point of you say has said into the refugees if they has alcohol, what are they going to do with them? Is it possible Rwanda for send your another third country? This is something that they have said they can't do. We are waiting to see how the actual implementation will go, but it's something that we need to keep an eye on, especially if Ofi Ghana Wabedu Airport. You be question one or two. Who said questions and answers at the time of making application and asylum. We see this a lot of times where people have been detained at airports, and for this reason we need to be careful and we need to look at the details of UK Rwanda refugee deal, because we don't want a situation where over UK near or Rwanda a problem. We also know there's a possibility the courts, the UK courts, everything make be afraid to bring back orders. If you it's me remove you be UK near the court the Chrome na yakɔ court na yakɔgye injunction ase yakɔgye court order sɛ monkɔfa saa nipa no ɛmfi baabi a mode no akɔ no ɛde ɛmfa no mbra ɛno nso do we know says that's something that can be done ɛnyɛ obiara na yɛde ne bɛkɔ Rwanda hɔ nom a ɔbɛkɔ akɔka hɔ no we are still studying say that kind of this is a developing area of immigration law that we are quite concerned about, but as and when we get more information, so we'll program so you'll be the first to hear about it. Now, going straight to a net topic for discussion.
Yep.
Regarding no fault divorce, on the 6th of April 2002, City American, and UK4 implemented and I said the new divorce law came into fruition. Now I started to say use. Now this is one of the most significant changes about in UK law since 1969.
Boy.
Into the can say divorce law from since 1969. And this is a major change that you should understand how significant this change is. One of the things in this it applies to it also applies to civil partnership. Into civil partnership, now so something that apply to you. One of the significant things about this law is the fact say you don't need to blame somebody to get divorced. As until now, say unya 5 reasons. I say unya mu baako. Into either say nipa na ujai no wa commit adultery. Into blaming is wa commit adultery, and for that reason, into you also ujai nipa no. The other reason is a nipa no unreasonable behavior, and the behavior is subain be awarena seno enkuye, and because of that, into opese we then which now ujai nipa no. The other reason was the only time ebia betimi ejai obi without any reason is the fact say ebia only nipa no I separate for 2 years and answer for 5 years. These were the only times ubetimi ejai obi without necessarily giving a blame to that person. Sanyama we niana ye fi hodom into the CCR no so open say we jai obi you don't need to well not say we jai.
Yes, I had that.
They've put certain things in place to restrict quick divorce because if you just say that means so with me jai they are watering down the fact marriage institution is being watered down. They've put a few things in place, but there's something that we need to understand. For instance, with this new divorce proceedings, ubetimi obane bema and as a couple now more involved in the divorce process. About together now or divorce until you can make a joint application to the court say first say or banane beman and I said the couple involved in the application process and we decided say okay who or ban who could na divorce and I'm saying beman wow feel say we hear divorcing the most the one you need to take the responsibility and pay court fees near the end now no and yes sir mummy and bit me about together now my joint application at the court honor the other thing and so and I said the significant thing what changes here on my year is the fact that they've done a few changes with the technology I used to divorce laws into the BB to say decree nice side need decree absolute so it's in ya into going forward we are going to have the friend of conditional order into the conditional order and only every place will be a friend decree nice side say also we will be at the moment over file a petition. File a petition area the other side and nipa na we file petition against your friend nipa respondent or no enya sa we no wo petition na wo dia call say o we bia on we duane ma obomi wo fie ana say wakobo edwaman enu ntin pese mi jai no wa wo be receive petition no so receive ya then you say oh asem na nipa na ka no meji tum ana say meji entum
right.
And then who or any way be able of James anybody try to so person that to be Bomba Beni Nombeka say and I say so everybody is there's that conflict over there. All that thing in the that is no longer existing. However, some of the petition and challenge petition. So because of Jaiwa, change the main signing opako that's a Jaiman sign there be any honomobile. The fact say you can challenge a divorce is no longer in existence. And for that reason, we get divorce application now. You be a friend a conditional order instead of be a friend decree 9 sign.
Okay.
Now, sir, decree 9 sign as a conditional order, any decree absolute, so may replace it with the final order. What they have tried to do, because ultimately say now can be say, oh, now says you see idea a stress say our regina very very quick. And you know what they've done is say they have introduced a minimum time frame of 26 weeks between the timer what they will application for divorce ever to anytime I will be your final order. Untimi enka say lawyer me pese mi jai oba ne ntem na pese mi jai be ma ne ntem fa de no onye ne ntem ma me the minimum time frame our application ever go through the court process at 26 weeks. First and foremost, 20 weeks has been introduced. Say you be into so your application minimum 20 weeks and suddenly be introduced. It's a conditional order. First, you be friendly decree 9 sign. The reason why they've introduced this is to make sure say Obane Bema no mubetimi use that time na bia na abemu. And as a conditional order so eba area, then you need to wait for 6 weeks 1 day and sign away application for the final order. These are some of the things that they have introduced. It may excite some people, but at least we know that they've introduced a period of reflection. Yeah, lawyers and assign your friend. This period, say mu obane bema mutina sinamu mo dwendwen hu say our reject me no crescent side na me pe and I say there are other options available for me. Another option in Crawford and I say may introduce instead of saying Crawford ever go into total divorce, or maybe going to be a friend separation agreement. Separation agreement a written agreement outlining the terms of separation. A be a pese ye big jai our and I say we are also a bit more let's
taking a break.
We are break, cold break. They're not taking a break. We are all kind of need
I know it's simple way.
I really simple.
I said you might cry out home, I said be
this is something that we believe say some people may use that as an option. A lot of times, in Crawford, they might want to do this. Maybe Columbus, do certain stage. And I say, or Barney Beman, and it's not going the way they want it. Yeah, and person we are cameo, we are boom, we are sale. Yeah, to your bonnet, and go away. You'll be at the other thing, and I say what I need people to understand is the fact say since you don't even contest divorce people, I don't know about but I'll say it briefly. So because I won't even say or see maybe you don't need to first and foremost. You don't need to blame the person. You don't need to have a reason for the divorce. Obi almost you lawyer nanka Mirina old German. Maybe I don't have any problem. But I accept not all can mean tiasie, and I accept not all can mean jintum. And for that reason, me person may sign a divorce way. That has been removed. That is no longer an option. The only reason, and I said the only basis with me are contesting the validity of a divorce application, be a friend of jurisdiction. Into no obi ohonoma obeka say lawyer me worry me e wo Ghana. Me ntia say oba be jai me e wo UK. Me person ko jai me e wo Ghana, so ko jai me Ghana dia me tia say. And I believe it, even though yet Tikrom has said, I believe say me residents and I say me habitual residents Ghana into the, I don't believe say or he's got a jurisdiction to start the divorce process, UK has say into the main to. That is the only basis and for everything I had. It must say divorce be ebekoso. And apart from that, there's no other option for you. And in a way, it's good, in a way it's bad. It's got its own pros and cons depending on where you are coming from. We will be a quickly because the reason or any explanation and for that reason, with the new laws and you will not be happy with it. Obi Beka say lawyers boame my divorce with this new process and how much it will it cost. The cost, it depends on how complicated and as how your process is. At the moment, you are looking at anything between £700 and above, depending on how complex your case is. Obviously, ubetia court fees, which is about £593 at the moment. You have to understand, say, they don't want you to get divorced. For that reason, you have to pay a lot of money, which is £593. However, say a problem, and Mawa, you will be a friend help with fees. Wait me a year application a court no church room say if you seek a sem and into or months so amount. And if you're able to explain that, the Home Office may consider that Home Office, the court may consider that and subsidize the court fees now. The other thing people need to understand and they say the no fault divorce process does not automatically end more financial commitment to each other. Okay. So, say, jai ubi now, oji say new laws about financial commitment. Say, bia when they be to your mortgage, when they be to your rent, when bia makoji loan, muda kote kunya na munya motiso. This year we retire aba. When they be keep a kunyano, when they be keep family car. These are financial circumstances, and I say, be your friend of financial remedies. And no. Application process different. It's still existing. At this stage, say mujai awaria, you may have to consider we seek legal advice with the process of sorting out more financial issues. There are so many ways amount for sorting out financial remedies. If you try parties will agree something without having to go through the court process. Sorting out. Sometimes if no anye juma because obi feel say dino when be on TS say or they or check dynamo 50-50 and as on TS say ye 250 honum na or no edasu etua rent and as or no edasu etua mortgage. These are some of the things that people may feel aggrieved about. For that reason, ombe pese ombe seek legal advice and ways and means are ombe sorting out. When it comes to the financial remedy process, you need to seek legal advice as soon as possible and then see ways and means are resolving that without it coming to like making a mess of the whole process. I believe we've taken our time to explain this process as easy as possible. After all, so they can program with and no interest not take away as legal advice and go ahead and say oh my dear, you need to understand these are generic advice idea amount for. It may be plausible and it may be important. So, ube seeking individualized way advice based on your personal circumstance. And I say and straightforward, and simple, sir. It may be certain elements where you may have to consider. This is where we are with the current law regarding divorce. meaning say they are old boat, but what questions, a few questions, and at this stage, maybe a flaw, now question be will be announced, will be saving any listeners to question almost all money.
Ebuzia ya beda lawyer say ene wode nchichirimu de abreye efa no fault divorce new law aba efa divorce insensem no hono sabre ba memo akwa babiom say afe na wa join ye ya the American say video yi ebeda GN radio platform eso eno ntinu betimi anya ntoboase na de wo hwere ye nyina na say woni ya nhya say from beginning no betimi akwa akohwe say ye wie dwumadi a betimi akwa akohwe na ene Mr. What the beche me say me struggle kakra ewo me telephone lines ne eso enu nti no em say wo questions no ebe hard drink kakra say wo betimi edi aba ama lawyer eyi ano edi ama all the same no we are sorting it out nti no Mr. Bear with us na wo platform ne so dia na wo share wo Facebook dia enu de wo betimi do question ato ama lawyer eyi ano edi ama ofefefe kan hu se dwumadi ebe sorry so 11 enu nti no ene nsema lawyer de ba ye no hese metimi ebusebisa ne ho nsem kakra na yakoye ni mama lawyer timi atwetwe mu e de amaye ya nansa na no mo amohwe o Facebook ke Fifi Benji long time no see I thank you so much mechia baby a obi atili mechia na najima mechia sasu na Gillian mechia mo amohwe nyina ma join ye nyina no mechia mo baby bia mo obi a de aseda ne nchia kese e na e ma mo se mo join pacho on like here like my own share no wa share e de amaye lawyer divorce yi me pese we tire ye mu kakra se bia obi ni obi aware na nipa no depending no depending on so e won krata asemu no se eba sa divorce semi ya ye kan ya e straightforward sa se de ye kan we hear reason bi obetimi akwako jai no na nchiremu bi wo ha obetimi akire mu ameyetimi atiase ye e wo ho no
in Kratasem a very important say there will be sana because in Grofobbre away a community now but na baku on krata baku ni krata baku jina our reno so empty in our dakojin in krata edi abaku and for home office for and as for the UK government need to make it very easy to get divorces it means Grofo need to start looking at omo aware same and as omo fear and same the good thing is still no say open say we jai obia you need to notify the person right. The fact that the person cannot challenge the divorce does not mean say the person do not need to know about the divorce which is a good thing in for instance say what worry obi and as obi akofa we fifie and odo aba and we obi nkrata so no so what nkrata e wo ha say na say nipa no wa bre aware no say dia wo kan no so take a break or say ogene na home na ofi aware ni ma say unya receive any petition and as a document from the court say nipa na start any way divorce process na straight away no yes okohu immigration lawyer na ubisa dey say na course so what do I need to do. Yeah, what we tend to do now, Obisade say, what do I need to do? Yeah, what we tend to do now, Obisade say, what do I need to do? Yeah, what? All right. So what we tend to do in situations like that, and it's will say you better if you can see for abo if you can see for money and say our real process be as started yeah question be resolve but say na I also a be grandpa fear on we movie if you feel the reason why I very important to do that and say if you don't do that they will home office for ever cancel one krata. Yeah. One sample no onye aware of it. Do you understand? And for this, it's important you get it right because in Grofobbre Wohonoma, we have realized they are sitting down on any yuri AJ on any kunu AJ. But before he knows it, he can cut them grandpa on your way. As soon as I will receive any document and as I will receive any petition from ukunu ho wojere ho say aware no me jai sisi anu nti be challenging ka say chinchina mempene so ma ye njai aware no. We are all clear on that. Apart from jurisdiction, you don't have any basis to challenge the divorce process. Until you receive that now straight away, so about immigration lawyer amanye. No munim kwan e bi ombe ma advice say so what spouse visa so but of a kwan for so na switch it or visa process. Because so train you chat won crack anymore. Switching then becomes a problem.
Yo, ebusia ya do better lawyer say ebo Dennis Walker wo share Facebook or say person who say can I ask lawyer question not related to divorce please. Ubetimi e dey abade bia say dem can say a quick question na ubetimi e dey ato platform. Unfortunately no means me and so any telephone line bia and them ma to me for ubetimi atro ho ama marry dia ma lawyer year no the amount ebo Mr. Uti a ubetimi aye ne sa pepepe e dey amaye. Na lawyer achire ensemu pa ye efa eye divorce honom no nti no lawyer say bibi say na ya ade a nipa no person ye divorce obetimi aye by ono ane hwana say obehu lawyer something a obi nipa betimi handle
ni nia gina nipa na ahoden so obi honom a obetimi akọ read new law no any rules no what you see and know the processes. What I tend to tell people is a divorce application process. Sometimes it can be complicated. Say, what started process? Now, if one fill a form ye. Now, the back and forth. Now, go back and forth. It can make things very difficult. Into nobody cannot divorce. I say, it take you 6 months. Say, there, or my aboso says, say, take it 26 weeks. Over here, now, say divorce, and it take you 1 year, take it 2 years. I've seen divorce applications. It take you up to 2 years. And sana, divorce, and it take you place. So sometimes, you may be easier. So, seeking help with the process. But so then of course you are free to do that. I must also add, say, this does not mean, say, because some of the new rules are buying, omo worry will fear, omo ye customary marriage, omo ye fear worry, any idea ewo jina so de nyom nkrata no. Some person will get divorced. Some see OCCI, it's new law be about until me person may have home ko fear e dia ba. Sa problem na our rejaya e fear no e wo ho no it has not changed. That's wo ho. Until say open say we could jaya we worry e Ghana na oti UK. Meanwhile no a do time I'll be divorced OCO. Me person may go through all the difficulties ne changes here because it will go jaya Ghana. Yes, we with me jaya Ghana be yama. But say there me platform so previously. It has been established say so person we jaya Ghana. You should be living 12 months preceding the date of divorce. Na is what acronym. Into anybody obey divorce Ghana only proves that 12 months preceding the divorce. Now technically no that divorce is not valid. Say who decided so the choir application be and as who decided so kwa worry obi fufra obehwe na ye be catch us with divorce na enye way. We've seen situations where Crawford have gone on to get married again. Ya charge almost oma worry in ba mienu and am be ma mienu at the same time a criminal offense. Until the people need to be very careful when they live in UK and however want to get divorced in other countries. Those countries, because of the way I system needs but a due timer you need to do something. I want to
okay. Now separation agreement na say written agreement na idea or more so wait me na say no a lawyer ho na court and say it's just a simple thing. How does it work?
Separation agreement in India, we strongly recommend with basic legal advice. Other basic legal advice. Say more separation agreement area. The other party need to seek legal advice and some of sign it for it to be valid. So one yes, sir, now say woman is signing. In future, no obey court debate me this separation agreement at on chain on the basis say now onim everything. He didn't have the full facts before going ahead with that divorce, and as without separation agreement. And when it comes to separation agreement, any be a document, a prenuptial agreement, this manner. Very, very, very important. Say every party, seek legal advice, because when seeking legal advice in future, the court can throw those agreements in our way. But I just say, Bema no abia or banner no so. And I say or influence say must be sign it ebi na on tias here say giving certain rights away. So it's very, very important say a lawyer ever man advice and send our sign this documents for it to be valid.
Okay. Everything was so wuti a legal our jumedi and net de said me gusu a me patch on all the better yen say ubenya na nka wo frɛ na wo bisa question fefe ma lawyer yi ano ne nso no hu say mfidie na de adwuma etoda efeli hen kakra enu nti no facha ye ewo eyesa kwan so say ene yentimi ma wo mbemu na wo bisa wo question fefe na mum de obetimi aye ne say obetimi abuki appointment na akọ lawyer office akọ akohia no woni na tena se when na discuss wo how biara e kire usu bia no wa busa lawyer amanatimi aboa ofefefe e wo mu hu say initial consultation ya boni de hura abo lawyer assistant like free and as say dey charge
oh free and charge for consultation
into consultation you free say many one can take that advantage no na makọ na lawyer medimens makoto on makobo me hu yi amanatimi aboa me nyese ukoye na ne ye hwe enu nti na yese ubuki appointment no enu nti no bomodin afa number yi abra me babobo yi na etro to ho ebresemu no frɛ Fortwell Solicitors office na ebuki sa appointment no na ekoko hu omo na emwa bi esese omo boa bi omo atimi aboa office line ye 0203 325 7030 0203 325 7030 ana say frɛ mobile 0794 ana say 07944 976 161 07944 976 161 ofra na wabo modin ebuki appointment fefefe na wako na wo de wonsam akọ lawyer ano edi ama fefefe opare wo say nra your birthday happy birthday na achede de obi anfa bi mra otimfo ni nto so afi ye ko ye no lawyer na menya message bi wa say o say opese conditional order no chirichiri mu yie kakra edi emano I don't know.
A conditional order no what we used to call decree nisi.
Okay.
Decree nisi no say ujai obi. Into ya hwehwe mu a ye hu say the reason why I say at the current ujai warejai na ujai no. Sisi ade de be ma but ye de be ma no train 6 weeks 1 day and say the final order na e de amount. Into akoye to say ujai obi in between time ye the final divorce certificate nebe ma no nti no I also same first no wa worry sisia no wa worry but won worry our jai na abamu nti the divorce certificate na ma just in case say bia obesa san wadwen na so won so wadwen. That is the whole purpose of the way omo ye divorce process no obi wo ho no ma obeka say oh me kujai but documents nya ba see is this what I'm really doing? Because we realize and as we understand, say the institution of marriage, UK appreciates that institution and they don't want a situation where they water things down. And, as much as possible, they are giving you the ingredients, the tools that you may need in case you want to change your mind. They say, who receives our conditional order now, replaces our decree nisi, and normally you receive and sign the actual certificate. We know, say, once Ankrofobia do stage or make us wakoya petition, hardly said there will be a turning back. Do you understand? But there may be a few people, even if over nipa 1,000 and nipa 10 and as a nipa 5 crown pono. At that stage, will change their mindset. They will not proceed with the divorce again. They think that they've done something. That is the purpose of our conditional order now. Yeah, they be out 6 weeks and some of the final order now. We hope, say, people will use that time to reflect on the decision they are making. What you need to understand, then is say, Mama Len say, we divorce, we are our renegu. If you honor or divorce. Or expect to say obey we no crown where the marriage certificate marriage certificate in back they destroy it at the court and then they replace that with the final order and as a decree absoluta previously a debema to show say indeed na our so it is very, very, very important to understand say a big step that you are taking. You are changing your status as a married person to a divorcee and as a single person, and for that reason, they need to give you a lot of time for you to reflect on the decision you are making. This conditional order after 20 weeks, then 6 weeks later, the final order now, but not just our area.
Amen. Okay. Operate me who say lawyer for assistant to Honoma. Anyway, mami ready a bo worker question the man operate answer or say so bana a bube who office name so where with me say bo question here. But then the bo person will say or say would like to know when can 4 children who came to UK under EU marriage routine under their father marrying a EU national had settled status immediately they came to the UK to do their British citizenship. 2 of the children now over 18 years now. As at now, they have been in the UK for 4 years. Mitimi who say na ina so mitimi ridiculous but minim question now will be sir. Now say that if there is a question, what you say? Lawyer need to money.
Okay, so what the person is trying to ask in itself will be our EU national, and based on the EU national, now we're into wakofa number 4
for Eddie Omaba,
now or the number na year application for settled status, and as a pre-settled status, ma settled status straight away. Normally, we'll buy a pre-settled status, and then after 5 years, why application for settled status? But we know luckily for them, year application and your more settled status. Technically, buy no indefinitely leave to remain. The question is, since your mate now has say 4 years, is it possible say another time Ben omit me a year or more application for British?
Okay, no, my citizenship. Okay,
citizenship. The answer is so mutina has say 5 years.
Okay.
Even though the settlement status application and I say decision amount as soon as a mobile still now more trend so up to 5 years and sana they win amount into so application for naturalization and because the rules for naturalization and I said the rules for registration are different from the rules for getting indefinite leave to remain. And I said rules for getting settlement status. So year application for pre-settled status because we and as I will stepfather and our stepmother file Edward Bakruma near amount settled status, even though you were expecting pre-settled status for the first 5 years, near the indefinite amount. And no interest said so application for registration because you need to meet the rules at the time of application. There's a whole year application for naturalization. If you can see move forward, expect to say what the 5 year evidence. If you are not able to provide that, they will make a decision based on the evidence that you have provided at the time of application. Wow. And 9 out of 10, because you haven't been able to provide it, they are going to refuse it.
Hey, and na ebo wasuma em say what the message about say thanks lawyer look okay what the abanti em say nchimchimu no what say we so say or your application for a EU settlement scheme ba omo de a certificate of application aba or person who say omo twom so betimi akoye edwuma ne ade bibia ye boko sa na obetimi akwakope edwuma ya na.
Oh yes, obetimi akope edwuma aye once ya catch say ubetimi aye na so when you certificate of application. Certificates of application are a very, very important document. Some companies and agencies will accept it. And only it's something that people need to know. Once you are aware say it is acceptable, I don't see the reason why except say some companies will still expect say shared code and check and verify and make sure say we be okay and so or more far but so when your certificate of application that should entitle you to work.
I'll bet me be account in bank account.
Bank account technically yes with me be a bank account. Even though some banks the process of opening account is much difficult than others. You share fintech banks here abate say monzo it may be simple and as easy as with me a BA account, and then later on what they will evidence for entitlement to work in the UK at their common. But apart from that, and I don't see the reason why I shouldn't be
a problem because we evidence actually say we me anyway. Yes. Obrena 9 minutes to go na ene yenya telephone kra no amia ya aduma bibia fine gama but still no e be catch us say very sorry say untimi emfre because dodo na no e pese omo fra omo entimi emfre phone eso na edum te e ba pe na me hu obi question na maka intente na asa eko ntino wo de be che nye boapayo obi be ka so ma send na wo kan obi de na wan kan obi de enye me fault misro a fa me yes akwan no eso na lawyer me pa cho bibi o ha wo de be ka ho de amaye yansa na ya sorry so ana
said treachery mono we are having a lot of changes regarding immigration fronts, asylum applications, the scale up startup visas ever. As much as possible, we are trying our best to eradicate it in Crawford. But what we realize is until say you get in touch and explain or peculiar circumstance, and I say or personal circumstance, and sometimes be not discussing I have here and then it's not something that may apply to you, and I say you feel so you may not need it at this stage. We encourage you and listeners in Crawford view and say, look. So that's for free. We are very approachable. We are open to listen to young viewers and program. So with all the issues that are also currently, one of the things, and as a major things, we will be updating your listeners and as time goes on. ASR startup visa, and I'm very, very excited about the startup visa that we mentioned last week because. Unlike other routes, you don't need a job offer. And so now with Nyakas for say for startup. Secondly, we don't need specific amount to be say as a was kapudu be apart from the fact that you need to show say enough money to be able to sustain yourself without recourse to public funds. And no crown the amount is £1,270. That should be sitting in your account for 28 days prior to making the application. £1,270 is quite reasonable if you ask me, because there are certain times when Crawford more than that. That is what we believe is happening now. People need to take advantage of. Yes, the good thing that we want our listeners to know is we are currently working in partnership with a few endorsement bodies. And when you come to us, and company be an organization be now we endorse a business plan for you. We will be able to assist you from the business plan stage to getting the endorsement, which is brilliant. Like most people who come to us from this very beginning, we will be able to help them with the process. Apart from even developing your business idea, and we have individuals, any people that they can help you to develop a business idea. Be all normal or say lawyer, but even the idea that you are talking about, with that we can recommend somebody to you to help you sit down with you to develop a business idea. Once the business idea has been developed and we've got the business plan, you come to us, we send it to your endorsement organization, and then they are more than happy to endorse it for you. So more endorsing then you should know say not yet the bema. Wait me no Yiraba, wait me no Punaba, wait me no Umbaba. Although Mansoba, they can go to school here without any issue. I don't think you can get any other basis to come to the UK as easy as this. Of course, it's got financial implications in terms of organizations to get your company and as your business plan endorsed, mentor, with me in your endorsement. And for that, you need to pay for their time, you need to pay for their services. But it is not as much as previously when Upeso Backroom has said, we believe that it's very exciting and it's very good, and people can take advantage of the fact that and also We've talked about students or mobile room home baby school. This is something that they can take advantage of. And we'll be talking about starter visa, and as time goes on, a lot of time for people to be able to know the basis of multimedia application. Of course, your requirement says which you need to do an English test. English test now obey an any to say nurses Debbie way much easier and straightforward, and many people, especially from Ghana, should be in a position to be able to do it. So we from the very beginning to the very end. We will do that and make sure so you succeed. And that is one thing I want to add. Chrome has with spouse visas are our problems. As I said previously in my presentation, a very, very, very important say as soon as I realize a problem, basic legal advice, because the earlier we are able to assist them, the better. And if you come to us, we'll look into it and see ways and means. You about to salvage one kratana or situation where you beji and kratana if you want some and sana what a lawyer. What are my options? Say they are startup visa crown pool. What the spouse visa baha say now we age jawa and I will age jawa quickly. You wait me up and one switch startup visa. There are other options available. Say people need to be smart about whatever issues they are facing and seek legal advice at the earliest opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, you better lawyer see obisa for on your kwan enunti wunima na webisa ena eni kwan so say wotsena ho no ma niema ne say kra ansa ena am say lawyer ohunti wuma ne say ansa ne akotwe ho manso an ka ade nso betimi ya prevent enunti ne mesrewa de huro na ye bose ye de enam na eyinam etoda na omoa wonsem tintintin ya na sika no kra ba wonsem a untimi fa nya hwe so ohu enti ne say wo problem bi a keda sika kakra kone ko hu nse ne be how you feel like so I can do it but when beba ho so no na wakoyi mistakes bebre abra wo de call ya na nka obi a wono nimra no sorting out ma wa na nke demu a but wo be fefa ba bia na akoye nwonwora na niema aye basa nsa na ade akoda bi enhwe ne sa ti bomodin ase wo be book appointment na wako Fortwell Solicitors omo asuye ama omo etimi aboa wo me de number na tudwa ede ama obi em se frɛ omo office line 0203 325 7030 0203 325 7030 and that's a frame mobile 07944 976 161 07944 976 161 Fred na ebuki appointment na emwe biara wo hia se lawyer beboa bia lawyer etimi aboa na wacheche niema mu edi ama afefefe se opese wo ja aware a wo hia reason bia eno ane se edemusa but then eno no hia si beche welcome lawyer acheche niema mu di ama oye na wa sort niema out di ama oye operasi hey lawyer then I'm coming or say I'm calling you why I'm coming internet said the working can operate any aje ho pa say I think say startup visa no ho asem any internet ni abrepa wo be fro na waba na enye easy sa oba ye ka so fiti wa na ye ya ma da bi nya sanity eti no ebusia aha na ye du besie ni aka se ye da se pa se da ne da ye ba oji en ofeso uti adwumedie na ofa eye advice free mu eno anything a lawyer kwai ene Fortwell Solicitors omoje eye ebre esi wo se ebena de biara no omo beba na omo ababa beboa ye Ghana fo enu nti die esi bia de sese ye hu bia de sese ye sua bia no lawyer eba ena obechirechire ye niememu ema ye ni eba beda ho no nti no ene de esu de eba wa kwan su nie megidi se wasua bibia frimu wentimi anhwe ye from the beginning na like I said video no ebe wo platform no so bo modern ase obekwa akohwe etie na niema ye kekan ye na bia na rush mouth uto obu ase na watie ene wutimi atwekọ echi no atwe aba animu atwe akomfinfin ni nyina na watimi ato obu ase na watie ni nyina nti no bomodi ase obekọ akwakotie won like ya like won share ya share na afenya me adma na otwe se na ye beba na yasa aba besumu ewo dwumadie so nti ye beka se ye da ase se oye aso a wutie ye na o pay time na o share ye lawyer thank you so much sir Danida oba besum ye nti nyame adma ye be share next week aha ne edibesi you ya crown you bye bye.
Yo Ghana for you want English approach my muha ya twedi yenya emranimfo a won akwatare wo emranimu a poto kasemu ye kase a lawyer for entimi nuanom mumyemfo ye immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo Fortwell Solicitors emranimu akuku drofo se watna ha che ombeboa wo ma wonsa kan won krata na se wedi edro nso a eyom kokokra eba ne nipa sitenemu eni adwuma mu nsem bia omudimu akotene pa omu wo mre di mani pa bia na de enika wo mu poni se no consultation fee.
Fortwell Solicitors always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad. Fortwell Solicitors also deals with long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Fortwell Solicitors is located at
Unit 1, ground floor, Katrina House, 58 Clarendon Road, London, N80DJ. Nearest tube station, Tempark Lane and Wood Green. Overground, Hornsey Station. Buses 41 to Archway and 144 to Maswa Hill. For more info, call 0203 3257 030. Call our 24-hour line on 0754 8701 011. Website www.fortwellsolicitors.com.
opening hours Monday to Friday 9:30 to 5:30 p.m.
Thursday Beyonce Young Milton Keynes.
Fortwell Solicitors is regulated by SRA.
Fortwell Solicitors.